Alright, hey everybody, and welcome back to Hexiled Gaming. This is the Kyber Cup, round 2 of Swiss, and I've got a match here between Quackshot and Ghost. Quackshot flying Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Han Solo's got Trick Shot, so he gets an extra dice when he's shooting obstructed shots. Generoso, so when somebody takes a focus, give him an evade. Kanan, so when he does a white maneuver, he can spend a force to relieve a stress token. Luke with supernatural reflexes, so he can spend a force token to do a booster barrel roll before he activates. R2-D2, regen 3 shields. And he's got S foils closed at the moment, so he will have a boost available to him. On the right, we've got Ghost flying a Sloan Swarm. Hey, thanks for the follow. Preo Sun, thank you. Got a little bit of a TIE Advanced Swarm. 2 Tempest Squadron pilots, one of which is optimized prototype, thanks to Director Krennic. And then we've got Maarek Stele with Swarm Tactics, so he can bring one of the other Tempest Squadrons up to 5. And fire control system on all of these, giving them an extra die and the ability to turn... sorry, fire control system doesn't do that. The ship ability says when you're locked, you can turn a die, a hit into a crit, and get to fire 3 dice. Fire control system makes it so that you don't have to spend your target lock if you only reroll 1 dice. Jendon, going to allow these Tempest Squadrons to get those target locks very early on. He hasn't done it yet, but probably because he didn't want to commit to engaging Luke or Han. He wanted to see where Luke would go, and that would determine who he target locks. So we've got Tractor Beam on Jendon. We'll see if he actually uses that. Sloan, so when one of Ghost's ships are destroyed, the attacker will get 2 stress tokens, and when they're attacking a ship that is stressed, you can reroll 1 attack die. Director Krennic, when the optimized prototype shoots a ship that Jendon has locked, you can spend a focus hit or crit, I believe. Let's double check that. Yeah, hit, crit, or focus to either strip a shield or flip a damage card. See if we get any of those triggers. They're always fun. Ooh, looks like Jendon did activate. Let's see about that. Start of the activation phase, so might have been a little bit of a late trigger there, but oh, actually, I think we're on to the second movement phase. That's why. Okay, so he sort of stayed around here for the first phase, and now he is onto the second turn here, and he goes for target locks on Han, and then actually locks with Jendon on Luke, just saying, hey, if you're gonna try and turn back around and be squirrely, I'm gonna lock you. I don't know that I like the locks being spread out like this, but maybe it gives Luke some pause about turning in to engage, because he definitely put himself in a position where it looks like he's going to head towards Han, but he definitely has the choice to stay up here. Alright. Looks like all the Imperials are done, so let's see Luke. Is he gonna supernatural here? Maarek move? Yeah, so that must mean that Ghost has initiative. Because Luke wants to move after Maarek. Here's a 2 hard turn. He could barrel roll to give himself some more range. Ooh, he's looking to barrel roll forward. That's tasty. Still has room to barrel roll backwards and hard turn. 3 hard from Han because he doesn't care about debris. Gonna spin that Kanan force. Still gonna roll. Mahan loves rolling dice. A hit doesn't take anything because you only take crits on debris. And as his action, he's going to turn that arc left-right. Alright, back to dials. And we see Han probably heading into this lane. He's got a little bit of room here, but not much. So we'll probably see hard turns in from the Tempest and the Prototype. Jendon, I imagine he's going to want to... the unfortunate thing is Jendon moves before Maarek, so he can't turn left. Maarek's got a lock on Han, so we know who he wants to go for. Let's take one of these Jendon charges away. Oh, they don't have them on here. Okay, Jendon's got 1 charge left. Does a 2 hard make it? I don't think so. Can't coordinate. He doesn't have advanced sensors. Yeah, you're just kind of stuck with that. You could just move up and let Luke fly into that rear arc if you want. It's probably not a bad idea to just keep Jendon safe. Do you think a 3 hard from the Tempest would put it in target lock range? Because if the Tempest can move up and target lock Han Solo, then Jendon can move up, coordinate a focus, which would then give Jendon the opportunity via ST-321. After you perform a coordinate action, you may choose an enemy ship at range 0 to 3 of the ship you coordinated. If you do acquire a lock on that enemy ship, ignoring range restriction. So I don't think he wants... Actually, that's definitely out of range, right? Could try and barrel roll and then have Jendon move in to coordinate. Actually, he's already got the target lock up there, right? Yeah, I was just trying to think of a way to know that the advanced has range, but that's not going to happen. Barrel rolls forward, takes a focus. Nope. That's right, this is not a linked action. What are you talking about? There's a 0 maneuver. Alright. Maarek moves up with a 1 bank and a barrel roll into a focus. So this guy didn't want a linked action, but just double check that real quick. Yeah, look at that. They got a focus into a red barrel roll. Nice. This guy just didn't want to be stressed unnecessarily. He's not going to get any shots, probably. So Luke boosts forward, flips his S-foils, then 3 banks forward, spends a force point to use Supernatural, opens up those S-foils, and moves a target lock to Maarek. 4 forward from Han just barely avoids this debris. Wow. It looks like it's... It looks like it's touching, but the program says it's not. I mean, it looks like it's clipping through right there. It's kind of weird. I feel like you need to default to the program, but it's like the hitbox. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you look at that, that is definitely touching. Like that is clipping through the base model. And it's even clipping through the nub. So he rolls two blanks. The Kanan's 1 stress. So he got the stress back, or the Kanan force point back, relieved it, and then took a stress from this debris. Pryo saying, don't think Maarek's up to the task of fighting Luke alone, and especially if he doesn't have his lock. This is just like a 2 dice, maybe a 3 dice if it's a range 1, but I don't think it is. Han's going to shoot into Maarek. Looking for a trick shot. Don't think he... I think he does. Quackshot saying not obstructed. Oh, that's so close. Ghost saying not. Alright. They're both agreeing that it's not obstructed. I'm glad I don't have to weigh in on that, because that is very tough. 2 hits. Does Han want to reroll any of that? No. No lone wolf on this guy. Spends his focus to avoid 2. Now Maarek's going to shoot. Could shoot into Han. Range 3 obstructed. You get 3 dice there or 2 dice into Luke. I kind of think you go after Han. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Hey, 3 crits! Look at those natties! Maarek, you absolute beast. Han gets 3 focus results. Dude's caught looking. Rerolls all those into 3 more focus results! Oh, Han, baby. 1, 2, 3, 8 and 2. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Luke shooting back. Focus, focus, crit. He's got 1 eyeball. He's going to spend a target lock to reroll 1 into another eyeball. Man, he is getting so many focus results. Spends it for hit, crit. All right, here's Maarek's roll. 1 evade. So he loses 1 shield on Maarek Stele. Down to 3 and 1. And I think that's going to be all for engagement. I don't think any of these ships have anything. And back to dials we go. So Luke pretty much just ignored for the moment. Han loses 3 shields. Gets 1 on Maarek. This debris really screwed Quackshot up. So who does Jendon... Can Jendon bank here and face Han? Or is that going to hit this rock? Yeah, I think it's going to be on that rock. Prototype can go straight, but I don't think Han's going to be anywhere close. Man, I never knew that M zooms in. That's so cool. Alright, I'm going to stop doing that. So, yeah, I feel like Han's going to end up down here somewhere. Left, right. He might go straight. But having these advanced catching up, that's gonna be tough. Jendon can 1 bank. Then you gotta get these guys out of here. Move them real fast. Like a 5 forward or something. Maarek steal. I bet Han's going to try and run into Maarek. Maybe. You haven't seen Jyn Erso used yet. Hasn't needed to. Maybe he would have evaded on Han. I doubt it. Probably would have focused. He's got a big ol' evade token over here, though. So Kanan's back, and one of Luke's force points is back. Alright, looks like Quackshot's ready. Ghost still figuring out. Here's Tempest and Prototype. We've got Jendon. So what's Maarek going to do? There it is. This position definitely benefits Maarek, I think. Maybe a 1 forward. That way if Han slow rolls it so that he can keep that arc facing, Marek's there waiting. If he tries to bank, I mean, he can't take an action anyway because he's going to be stressed again going over this debris. Alright, there's a 5 forward, and then a 3 hard turn. Seems smart. He's probably thinking he'd love to have a target lock on Luke, but that's not going to happen. Thinking about, we can't change it. Maybe he's thinking about barrel rolling. Wants to be safe from Luke, maybe. Maybe he's thinking about next turn. If Han's somewhere down here, where does he want to be? This isn't bad. He does have a focus barrel roll, so he can have his cake and eat it too. Takes the focus. He knows he's going to do that no matter what. Now the question is, does he link? No, he doesn't. 1 bank. Oh, look at Jendon. What a boss. Can't coordinate to Maarek because Maarek is stressed. Should probably just focus. He could target... Well, he's already got a... No, Jendon's target lock is down here. So he wants to give somebody another token so that he can take the free lock. But he could coordinate a barrel roll here if he thought it would help. Gives Jendon a focus. One bank out of Maarek. Relieves that stress. Could Luke can fit a barrel roll in there. If you really want to deny that supernatural, well, Luke could just close his foils. He can't. Hold on. Before you activate, yeah, so he could flip him. Does he already have a target lock up here? Yeah. So if he barrel rolls and is stressed, that does limit. He's pretty much limited to banks next turn. So see who's the prototype. This guy is. I don't think he's gonna get shot into Han. If Han gets blocked, maybe. There's the one bank from Luke. Goes for a barrel roll right. Ensures he is not taking any unnecessary shots. Han moves in, bumps into Maarek. Relieves one stress with Kanan? Maybe? Oh, he didn't complete the maneuver. So never mind. He's double stressed. Oh boy. This is bad news bears for Han. Maybe this tight clustering of obstacles is really working out for Quackshot. Or working out for Ghost even. Maarek gonna boost Jendon up to a 5. So Jendon's gonna shoot into Han. Oh yeah, Han's a 6. What's going on here? Groggy says, how do people get those custom painted minis in TTS? It's pretty easy if you right-click on a ship as a player. There's a little box that says custom. Click on that, and the skins are just little Photoshop files. There's a URL link in that custom field, and you just copy and paste that. You can paint your models to your heart's desire. Range 2 onto Jendon. Han is shooting first, the way it was meant to be. 3 dice. Doesn't have any mods. Well, does have his reroll. Why not? Oh, nice. 3 hits, 1 evade, takes 2 on Jendon. So now Jendon can take his shots. And Han is stressed. So does that... Can Sloane reroll her own dice? While a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 performs an attack against a stressed ship, it may reroll 1 attack die. So, yes? It's not another friendly ship, and it is range 0. There is crit focus. He's going to reroll the blank for hit crit. And spin the focus for hit crit on Han. Hit crit going through no matter what. Han might as well reroll it because it's free. Oh, Han diggity dog. There's 2 more shields. That's 5 shields off of Han. So I think 2 more into Han will be half points. But Luke's going to shoot first. It looks like a range 2 just outside of range 1. Going to spend a force point for hit crit onto Jendon. Jendon gets a focus, doesn't have anything to spend there, so loses his last 2 shields. So our Tempest Squadron number 1 gonna shoot. Oh, oh my gosh. Second time hit crit naturally on, well, not, it's a little unnatural because he used advanced targeting computer. So this was blank, evade. Takes hit crit, and that's half points on Han. Han YOLO takes a direct hit. Down to 5, 49 points on the board for Ghost. Alright, we'll check the prototype, but I don't think he's got anything. Oh, I guess they already checked him, and he does not have anything. Alright. Alright, I'm going to close bets. Why haven't I done this already? Things not looking great here for Han Solo. He is double stressed. Couldn't relieve his stress with Kanan because he bumped. Had to take one from the debris. I almost want to stop with Jendon. That's a bad idea. The thing Ghost needs to make sure of is to not offer any of these TIE Advance up to Luke. You don't want a Luke nuke. Probably see a hard turn from the prototype. I wonder if Jendon just goes for a one bank left and bumps and just hopes to get in Han's way so that he can't use Kanan. Maarek. You can't make a Talon roll there, right? Through a large base? No. No way. Could go the other direction. I don't know that that's much better. Probably just needs to book it out of here for now. Where do you go with this guy? You can't go straight, right? That's going to hit a rock. Probably. But I feel like you're just really offering this guy up to Luke. Maybe you hard turn the prototype and then turn this guy in as well. Probably not going to get any shots. But you live, and that matters. I think Han, can he get out of here with like a 3-bank? So the thing about this debris, it stressed Han, and that's bad, for sure. But even if he hadn't hit it, he couldn't reposition there. So he'd be in the same scenario this turn, where he had to go over the debris. He would have bumped, no matter what. I mean, unless he went the opposite direction, which he didn't do this time anyway. He wouldn't have been able to relieve this stress with Kanan, so he'd be single stress instead of double. It's gonna look for dials. They are not out here. Okay. Does the TIE Advanced have a 1 forward? It feels like a little bit of a slower ship than regular TIE fighters. I think it does, but I'm not sure. There's the 1 forward. All right, there's the answer to that. I think you leave the target lock here and focus. You know Han Solo is going to be somewhere in here. And he can't boost. All right, Jendon, are you going to stop? Seems like a bad idea with Luke right here, but yeah, you might as well bump. That way maybe you catch Luke in the rear arc. Oh, goes for the Talon roll. That's not going to fit. It is a 3 instead of a 2. Spawn that template. No, that's not showing up correctly. Jobu is now following. Welcome aboard. I think he accidentally undid his last maneuver. So they're just going to say he doesn't fit. And I think that's absolutely right. Thanks for the bits. Alright. What did Luke do? I think... They're just going to throw that template down. Nah, doesn't fit. No. It was closer than I thought, but does not fit. Alright, Luke, one bank. Yep. That's an excellent maneuver. He could barrel roll left if he wants. Oh boy. We're about to get into the how to execute a Talon roll maneuver. No. Okay, good. We don't have to have that debate. It wouldn't fit in any way. There's the one bank from Luke. Does he barrel roll to not take rear arc shots, or does he just target lock to make it hurt? Where is Han going? That's the the Han going question. Oh, we laugh. Let's see here. Luke's only got one force point right now. Oh, wow. Look at that. He doesn't fully execute, but he fits a lot better than I thought. Relieves one stress. Range 1 into Jendon. 4 dice. V1. Is he range 1 of that rock? He sure is. Does he even care? No, because he's got 4 hits thanks to Kanan. And those are all going through on Jendon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's not a... Oh, okay. He hadn't rolled yet. Okay, so he's got 3 left. That's still points on the board for Quackshot. Quackshot could very well take out Jendon. Maarek doesn't have a shot, so it'll go straight to Luke. And Sloan off the board would be a big deal. Oh yeah, Maarek swarmed into Jendon. And you definitely do Jendon here, because Luke is about to kill him. And that is blank blank focus. Gonna spin the target lock he's got. He's kept it around this long. And that is a hit. 2 hits. And Luke regens a force point thanks to being shot at. Luke spends 1 force point, takes 1. doesn't matter. Doesn't mean too much because R2-D2's on the board. But it always feels good to get some damage into Luke. Now Luke's going to shoot back into Jendon. 4v1. Jendon's got 3 left. Luke's got 1 force point and a target lock. Hit, crit. He's going to spin the target lock. That is almost assuredly a dead Jendon. Yeah. He's going to spin that force point. And that means hit, crit, going through on Jendon. Actually, all of it is going through. And Sloan is off the board. Krennic is off the board. That is, that's a big hit on Ghost's list. Ooh, Chad Vader bringing up a good point. Let's take a look at swarm tactics. Friendly ship at range 1, yep. So that would have made a difference because if Jendon couldn't shoot till 3, Luke kills Jendon before he uses a force point in defense. Maybe? Yes. I think that would have made a difference for the force points. And Luke would have killed Jendon before he took a shield off. Should we... Hold on. Yeah, well, yeah, that shield shouldn't be gone. Oh boy, hit, crit into Han. He gets an evade, so he takes hit, crit. That crit is hull breach. Oh my god! Hit, crit. So he turns one of the hits into a crit with advanced targeting computer. And this is just so rough. So 1 evade. Hull breach is going to go off. No, sorry, it's not fuel leak, it's hull breach. So those crits are just crits. Console fire and disabled power regulator. Alright, dials going down. And this is as bad as it looks for Han, who's on 1 hull, with a hull breach, a console fire, a disabled power regulator, and currently stressed. Luke is still fine. Alright, so Quackshot's saying he pretty much told Ghost to use swarm tactics on Jendon, even though nobody at the time knew that was illegal because it's range 1 and not range 0 to 1, so Ghost is just gonna, or Quackshot's gonna let Ghost take that shield from Luke. So we're good. Man, we never got to see optimized prototype go work on Han, unfortunately. Of course, all of his shields are gone. I mean, we could have spent a focus result to flip a card or something, but I think the trade's okay. I mean, no Sloan, pretty big bummer. Alright, one force point back on Luke. Kanan is back. Here's a 3 forward from the Tempest Squadron pilot. Takes a target lock. Puts it on Luke. Sees the writing on the wall. Figures Luke is going to move and flip console fire, probably. Prototype already has a target lock. He moves it to Luke as well. Wow, okay. Everybody confident that they don't need to handle... No, okay. That seems like the right call. Let this guy kill Han and set up Tempest for a different turn. Maarek Stele takes a focus because you don't know where Luke's going. There is an avenue here for Luke to pursue Maarek. Ooh, Luke goes for the 2, but doesn't fit, so stays right there. Han fits with the 2 bank, has a nice shot into this Tempest Squadron pilot, and now suddenly this Tempest Squadron pilot, just assuming that Luke is not going to be there, maybe doesn't work out for him. Maybe he's going to take 2 shots from Han and Luke. So he flips console fire. That is the right call. You don't want it killing you right now. Start of combat. Han is going to shoot. Now he probably wants to shoot into this prototype. Going to check for swarm tactics, but don't have it. Han's going to shoot. Oh, does he have range 1 into both? Yeah, shoot the one that can shoot you. Shoot this prototype. I mean, it's tempting to go after Tempest because he doesn't have any mods, but you could potentially live if you do some real hurt to this guy. Oh, does he have... He does have range 1 to this rock, so he does have his ability. Kanan force is there. Oh my... 4 blanks! Just gonna use Han and have a little do-over here. Hit, 2 focuses. Gonna spin the force point for 3. Gonna spin the focus. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the prototype takes 1. So 3 hits, 1 evade, takes 2. On the old prototype, I assume. Let's double check that. Where are you at, buddy? Yeah, so 1 shield and 1 hull. That's points on the board. 89 for Quackshot. Han, oh yeah, he gets his eye on. Range 1 from the prototype with fire control, advanced targeting computer. Doesn't matter, Hull Breach is going to turn all these to crits anyway. Alright, he just needs more than 1. More than 1 hit. And Han is dead. There's a hit. Ooh, this looks good for Han. He could survive this if the target lock doesn't work out. Yep, turns it to a crit because of advanced targeting computer, but Hull Breach is going to do that for you anyway. Han needs a whole bunch of blanks and focuses, doesn't get them, instead gets 2 hits and another crit. So let's just see how many damage cards he gets. They're all crits, no matter what. And it's going to be all 4. 98, Ghost, back on top. 16 minutes left. And this is the roll into Luke. Just hit crit on Luke. Luke gets a force point back. He was at 0. He's going to get 1 back. Luke could very easily survive this. Ooh, one blank means shields are down on Luke. He does have R2, so could disengage, but with Han gone, definitely leaves himself open. Maarek out of the fight for a little bit. Does he try to turn around, or does he start working on the cutoff here? Man, this is close, and Luke is tanky AF. So we are far from the end here. 15 minutes, in fact. I almost think you do something like maybe a Talon, maybe just a hard turn. Just try and get on the flanks of Luke so that he can't advance sensor barrel roll. Well, he would just flip his foils and boost, right? Which is probably what he's going to do anyway. So I think a Talon roll would be good. Quackshot probably trying to find the points he needs to win. The optimized prototype over here on the left has 2 left. That wouldn't be too difficult. Maarek Stele, probably not going to be a problem for you. Maybe he'll Talon roll just in case you stick around here. There's that 3 Talon roll from the Tempest. Now let's hope that Luke doesn't do a Talon roll of his own. Ooh. That's a rock. Doesn't take anything for it, but I guess kind of gets in Luke's way. There's a 3 Talon roll. I like that. All right, Luke. What you got, buddy? Spins a force point. Barrel rolls left. Does a 3 hard coming after Maarek. That's not a bad plan. Goes for the target lock. And Maarek shoots first. So the question is, do you give Luke his force point? Oh, this just feels like you're giving Luke mods. Oh, I don't like it. But who cares? He gets hit. Double hit. Can't turn it to a crit. Oh, double evades! Oh! That's fine. That evens it out a little bit. Alright. Luke, 3 dice in the Maarek. A hit and 2 focuses. He's spending both force points for 3 hits on Maarek. Maarek gets 1 evade, takes 2. And that's Quackshot back on top, 115 to 98. This game is turning so hard. And now it's just Luke running and regenning. Hard turn from the prototype, not going to matter. 11 minutes left. Maybe you 3-bank with the Tempest. Maybe you hard turn in. Axel saying Luke should run in R2. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. There's nobody that can really pursue you. Maarek's gonna probably 1-bank. Of course, Luke could do a talent roll here. He didn't spend his target lock. Maarek moves first. Three hard. Keeps the stress. 2 hard. Already has a lock? No. Reacquires that lock. Three forward from Maarek. Goes for the focus. Ooh, the 4K! Luke is going to try and kill Maarek here. He's got the target lock. He's got 1 force point. Range 2. But you know what that means. Oh, nope. This guy's just out. So nobody's shooting Luke this turn. Here's the roll from Luke. 3v3. 2 hits. Gonna spend the target lock. What's Maarek got left? 2. And he spins the force point for 3. Maarek needs 2 evades to survive. He's got 2, takes 1. Now Luke looks like he's in a trickier position here. He could barrel roll backwards. Could he run from this is the question. Because right now you've got these guys closing in. Maarek could... Do they have a K turn? Or is it just talons? They have a 4K. don't think... I think Maarek has to... I mean, he could... He could 4K just to ensure that he has maximum arcs. But man, you are so vulnerable if you do that. In fact, Luke may just 4 forward. Do something super fast. Try and bump into one and get shots at the other. Ooh, the 1-4 is not blue on the TIE Advanced. No likey. I think he should focus and barrel roll. But he's not going to. Okay. 3 yard out of Maarek, and he just offers himself out, or offers himself up. Maybe he tried to, he was thinking he was doing a Talon roll. Bit of a mistake there from Ghost. That is unfortunate. Luke target locks Maarek. Maarek is going to swarm tactics and have this guy shoot first. Range 3 into Luke. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh my... For like the 5th time this game, naturals out of these TIE Advance. Luke spends both of his force points and still takes a crit. A fuel leak. That could be tough to deal with. So those are points on the board, but Luke can regen, so those aren't quite set in stone. Now Luke's going to shoot back into Maarek. Maarek needs a miracle. Hit crit. Going to spin the target lock on the blank. Ooh, a hit double crit. Just roll perfectly, Maarek, and he didn't. There's a blank. There's a focus. Maarek is dead. 144 to 140. Oh, even killing Maarek doesn't put Quack back in the lead. 5 minutes left. And we've still got one more shot here from the TIE Advanced. And if they just keep rolling as consistently as they have in the past... And I think it is this corner to that corner, and it is obstructed. So Ghost just needs to put in enough damage that Luke can't regen. There's 2 hits. He's going to spend the fire control system. Oh! A hit double crit! Again, Luke regens 1 force point. He needs a lot of evades here. He gets 1, can spend his force point for another, takes another crit. Fuel leak goes off. Disabled power regulator. And Luke is on 1. He cannot regen past that. Oh, man. He had 1 force point because you shot at him, so he used that on one of his focus, so he got 2 evades. So 1 crit goes through. That was disabled power regulator. That set off fuel leak. So the damage should be right. Alright, Luke on 1, but the optimized prototype here looking pretty vulnerable himself. And I don't think there's any way that both of these are going to get shots lined up on Luke. Ghost has a slight time advantage. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. There's no reason for him to rush through these dials, but you don't want to be accused of slow play. They should only make it through 1, maybe 2 more turns. There's the 3 Talon. Get rid of that focus. So Ghost out there setting dials and executing them before Quackshot has put his dials down. So just gonna take all that back. All right, so Ghost just pointing out which of these has the damage. Tempest does a 4K. Prototype does a 3K. Ooh, that's really bad if Luke dials in a 1 and he gets a free shot into the side of you. Gonna spin that Luke force point. And do a 1 forward. Wow, this was so remarkably bad. This was such a bad play. What? Luke puts his... Luke opts not to shoot the prototype. What? Fire control. What? Why would you not shoot? You still get the ion if you don't shoot. What happened here? Why would you not He said he forgot about the ion, but so then what would ever stop you from shooting? I mean, you didn't R2 regen. What happened? So they're going to call it GG because there's, with the ion, Luke moves forward 1, and there's no way for Prototype or Tempest to get a shot on Luke. Actually, I mean, the Tempest could just bump. Well, so Quackshot's saying he passed on the shot to get the extra turn, forgot about the ion, or would have just shot there to get the points. I don't... Ghost is saying he... Huh. They're gonna do one last turn because of whatever. Which doesn't matter for Quackshot because there's nothing he can do. But I mean, this is a missed opportunity, and there's nothing you can do about that. If you tell your opponent, I'm skipping my shot, and then realize later that you had a crit, not much help you can get there. Can Luke supernatural? I think so? Before you activate? Yeah, and then before you engage after you execute an ion maneuver. Yeah, I think you can. Is he gonna try and come back here and bump and get a shot into the prototype? Doesn't quite get it. But this guy gets a shot onto Luke. Mar says, I don't understand how skipping a range 1 shot against a 2 health ship to get an extra turn gains you an advantage. Yeah. I'm not quite sure of that either. There's triple crits on Luke, who rolls 1 evade, takes 2. So that's, wow. Alright, well that's going to do it. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Thanks to the players for playing. Until next time, this is Scott from Hexile Gaming, signing off.